Now, look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on your MTV. Nah, ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing and your checks for free. Said, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Look at them. Those guys ain't dumb. Baby, get a blister on your little finger. Baby, get a blister on your thumb. Guys, this is the Silver 5150 channel, and tonight we're going to talk about cash. Cash is not trash. Unless you're Robert Kiyosaki, who thinks cash is trash. Now, cash may have a trashy history, and it may have a trashy lineage, and it may be even a little trashy in the way it kind of values itself, because, to be honest with you, it doesn't really have any value. I mean, it has value as far as the full faith and credit of the United States. In 1971, Nixon said, when he closed the gold window on cash or money, that the United States word was as good as gold. The United States word was as good as gold. The dollar's as good as gold. So the dollar's as good as gold, but it wasn't gold. It wasn't money, or as money is defined. It is cash, and cash is the law of the land. And cash is very useful, okay? You know, you got the dollar vigilantes out there that think, cash is, trash, like I said. And then you got the dollar cheerleaders that thinks cash, is the end-all, be-all, and cash is king. And, in fact, my investment group leader, he's cash. I love cash. He's all about the cash. He's got plenty of it. Unlike me, who has this miniature bankroll. And basically what you're looking at right here, this is a kind of, economic slowdown banking holiday bankroll. This is ones and fives, maybe $400 here in total. It looks like an awful lot because of smaller denominations. I don't believe in the bigger denominations. If you're going to stack a little cash to get you through a tough time when there's bank holidays or some kind of problems with the ATM machines, even credit cards, you don't really want to have the bigger denominations because, to be honest with you, just one single physical dollar, which is the M1 money supply for the United States, the physical cash, $800 billion worth, is 1/20th of the actual electronic dollars out there, the $16 to $17 trillion of electronic cash that the Federal Reserve has for banks to use in overnight repos and daily transactions and all that stuff. So when you hold one physical dollar of cash, you are actually controlling $20 of electronic money in the banking system. Now, what does that mean? What that means is if the electronic system begins to fail and crack, when you take your physical dollar out there onto the economy to buy whatever you're going to buy locally, more than likely, it's going to have a lot of purchasing power because people are going to desire them. People are going to want your dollars during the first phase of a banking failure or banking slowdown, and then of course they're going to want something more substantial, something even more physical than that, which will probably be something like this: the Barbados lionfish. Just kidding, not that. They're going to want American eagles, but that is beautiful lionfishes, and let's go ahead and get in on that. So gorgeous. In any case, we've got the physical silver there, we've got the physical cash here, and physical cash, guys, is actually in season. And what I mean by that is we have a lot of problems going on with the global economy, and there's going to be a big slowdown coming out of China because China was the manufacturing hub of the world for some time, producing the goods and services and parts that we were using here in recent years to get everything done, to build everything. Not everything, but I mean, think about it. Apple's over there, and Apple's been slowing down tremendously because it's a luxury item. iPhones are a luxury item in the luxury market, and China is drying up. Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Xinjiang, these cities are slowing down because they're either in the throes of trying to figure out this COVID-19 virus or trying to figure out how to get the economy going again. I think Xi Jinping is the president over there, and he's trying to convince people that we're going to get past this little tiny bug and get back, moving again. I don't buy it. I think it's going to be a minute before they get their stuff together. In the meantime, goods and services are going to begin to become scarcer. Not too bad. I mean, you're going to see, things reconfigured in stores. Just-in-time delivery is going to change, and you won't be able to get the stuff as easily as you were able to get it. And I was in Costco yesterday. And, I bought a bunch of things that I thought would be durable goods, and durable goods are anything that doesn't spoil, or maybe if you can even freeze, like certain foods. Those can be durable as long as you've got the energy and the means to freeze them. But mostly, toiletry items, paper items, clothes, this sort of thing. DVDs, if you're using a DVD player, I don't think anybody is, but anything that's, non-perishable, you want to try to transform as much of your cash as you have available into those things you want, because the problems we're going to have coming up, everybody keeps saying banking this and banking that, and even I'm guilty of it, is actually going to be a resource issue. Will there be, plenty of gas available? You guys, a lot of you guys don't remember the gas lines from the 1970s. I was there, sitting in the back of my dad's car, smelling unleaded gas. I love that smell. That's probably what's wrong with me today. Anyway, so, the things that you need to get by, soaps and cleaning supplies and, like I said, clothes and, just linen, anything that's, like I said, non-perishable, even your medications, to the degree that you can try to keep some extra on hand, you want to do that. And if it takes dollars to do that, this is where they shine. Dollars right now, even though they're not money per se, as defined by money, they are the law of the land, and they are the means of purchase. They are the means we purchase by. They are the purchasing power we have in this nation. And I can tell you right now, the United States, we are extremely blessed that the dollar is the world's reserve currency, because not only is it accepted anywhere, but it has a tremendous amount of purchasing power here and in other countries. So, not saying you need to take a trip to Costco, because normally you don't get out of there for less than $1,000. But there's dollar stores, there's 99-cent stores. Go into those stores, find the quality products that you think you can use and need, and have extra stuff on hand. If you have the storage, if you have the means to get these things, I like Fabuloso to clean with, and it's $1, but you can get, a few bottles of those. I don't drink, but for some reason I continue to buy bottles of Everclear when I find them on sale, and, those types of grain alcohols can be used for a number of things. Just any kind of durable good you can get your hands on with the extra cash you have, but make sure that you have your bills under control. You have cash you can access immediately, say from home or what have you. And then if you have any extra cash lying around, it's nice to see it sitting in a bank, but I don't think that's the time for that. I think now is the time to actually be a little thrifty, spendthrifty. Whereas, in the past, everybody says, save this, save that, feed the pig, be frugal, I do save, but of course, I save in what? Silver. Yes, this 2018 Kilo Wildlife Jubilee Elephant is my savings, or one of the savings vehicles I use. And what's ironic about it is, as much cash as this is down here, just laying down here on the surface, it's still not even 2/3 of what I would need to purchase one of these elephants here, which is, for me, a store of value. The elephant's a store of value. The dollars are a means of purchasing, because they're not going to store value. Gas is not going to always stay $3.50 or $3 or $2 where you're at. Ground beef is not always going to stay $3.39 a pound. A pair of sneakers is not going to always be, $50. Prices are going to go up in dollar terms, and before that happens, you want to lock in on the earlier prices that non-inflated dollars can give you. So dollars do have their place. They have a lot of purchasing power. There's a lot of things for us to buy with them. Even if you want to do something fun and leisure right now, the luxury market, like I was talking about, in China is starting to suffer, and it's going to bleed over to here. Start to think about putting some of your extra dollars, if you have them, all right, into something you really want. If you want, a nice car, or if you want a nice watch, or if you want to take, well, nobody's really taking trips nowadays, and for obvious reasons, but, if there's some kind of premium, anything. When you go to the theater, for example, don't wait until Tightwad Tuesday and then go into, the dollar theater, with your Popeye's fried chicken or your Wendy's hamburger stuffed in your pocket, and a soda in the other pocket you got from the dollar store. Just go ahead and go to the premium theater and get the big popcorn and get the nachos and, and just really shoot the moon. Not saying that you need to throw all caution to the wind or give away the store, but now I'm telling you, it's not the time to be socking away too many dollars like they're going to be the answer or your way out if something goes wrong. No, they're actually going to be the problem instead of the solution. But for now, they are a solution to help you get into more of the resources you're going to need. Because like I said, it's not going to be about dollars or purchasing. It's going to be about resources on hand at the time. If the banks, kind of hiccup and you can't get to your cash, or if the credit system breaks down, even for a couple of weeks, you can see how inconvenient that would be. But if you've got a little bit of this on hand, you can survive and you can get by. You don't have to go overboard, but I don't recommend, by the way, the larger denominations, because, again, $1 in physical terms is equal to $20 in electronic terms. M1 money supply, physical dollars that are available, 800 billion worldwide. 16 to 17, maybe $18 trillion of electronic dollars in the Federal Reserve, which is 20 times valuation on a physical dollar. Hold the physical dollars. It gives you a lot of leverage against electronic dollars because people are going to want the physical things. You can't access the electronic ones, so you win. All right? Silver 5150 here, telling you, now is the time to take advantage of the purchasing power of the dollar. If you look at the dollar index, it's very strong right now, which means, you can get a lot of good things, for a dollar. Now, back in the day when the dollar first, went up against an ounce of silver, they were purchasing the same thing. I think 6 gallons of gas and 10 loaves of bread, or I don't know. They were purchasing quite a bit, but over time, the silver dollar got ahead of the regular dollar, and even though it costs you more to get it, it can purchase more stuff the same amount as it did 100 years ago. Dollar can't do that. So, kind of long, kind of preachy here, but just trying to convince you that cash is not trash. Cash right now is a solution, but later it will be a problem. So think about that. Keep a little bit on hand to get by if things get tight in the electronic world. But at the same time, if you've got quantities that you're just kind of figuring out what to do with it, put them into something. Put them into something fun. Put them into something frivolous but useful, or just put them into something useful. All right? I'd like you to thumbs up, share, subscribe, comment. If you have any ideas about this, I know there's a lot of dollar vigilantes out there that think this is a bad idea to, trust in dollars and try to use them for what they're for, but now's the time to do it, not later. Trust me, later on, you're going to be starting fires with this stuff. Just my opinion. All right, we'll talk to you soon.